Okay, so welcome to this week. I'm trying to say unless, and I'm not doing a very good job of it. Anywho, this week's Mystery Sewing Box Challenge is this beautiful piece of wool. Now, it doesn't say that it's wool on it. In fact, the paper, all it says is 62-inch width, 1 yard plus 13 inches, plus half a yard of varying width. So that is all the information I know. But I really like it. I like the color, and I'm pretty confident it feels like wool. It's wool. I know it's wool. By touching it, I can tell that it's wool. Now, is it a wool blend? Probably not. Does not feel like a blend at all. Feels like 100% wool. It's very thin. It's a nice lightweight wool. And instead of designing a pattern like I did, I think I designed a pattern last week. I honestly don't remember what I made. Was it purple? Oh no, it was a striped shirt. Okay, so the horseshoe shirt, I did make that pattern. The men's shirt is also my pattern because it's an old pattern though. I didn't make it last week. So I made the giddy up blouse last week. I also made the dark blue twill shirt last week. Yeah. So this week I am not making a pattern. Instead, I'm going to do this one. I'm going to make the skirt. Okay? I apologize for my bad nails. I'm going to do them right now. Simplicity 3688, size AA. I don't know what size is cut out on this, if a size is cut out at all. I won't know until I open it up. So I don't know what size I'm going to make it in. I'm going to make whatever I can fit on my little tiny scrap of cloth. According to this, the 60 width skirt requires at least 1 yard, and depending on the size that you make it in, can be anywhere from 1 yard and 1/4 of an inch to 1 yard and 3/4 of an inch. Since I only have 1 yard and 1/3 plus an extra piece, I think the biggest I could make would be like a 24. But I don't need to make a 24 because this one goes up to 16, 18. This goes up to 18. So I'll see what I can do. Yeah. Okay, here we have our finished product of this cute little wool skirt. Funny story, I totally lost the directions when I was working on this. Yeah. So this was just done off the top of my head. As you see here, I put in a metal zipper. I like to use just stuff that I have, and this is what I had in my sewing hoard. It's got a sliding hook. This is a really, really cute cut. If you see here, it's got all these really nice panels. The hem, remember when I did Lavender Ladies and we talked about how I hate doing a wide hem? I did a wide hem. I serged it and then I blind stitched it up. It is about 2 1/4 inches wide. It's not about, it's 2 1/4 inches wide. 2 1/4 inches wide. Yeah, you got it. I got it. I can talk now. I remember I said I hate doing that. Well, I lost the instructions, and I have a wool skirt that I wear all the time. I love it. I love it. I love it. I wear it all the time. My wool skirt has 2 1/4 inch hem, so I gave this wool skirt a 2 1/4 inch hem, just because I lost the instructions, so I didn't know how wide the hem was supposed to be. Now, since I like complete outfits and not just, you know, a skirt, I also made the matching top. Ta-da! This also came from my fabric hoard. I did not purchase it. This is a polyester stretch satin. It's very nice, if you see. It's very beautiful. And I did make the top that went with this, as you can see there. So I have the, right there, I have the top, and then I have the skirt. I made it in a size 18, which means it should fit a bust 40, a waist 32. That looks right. Anyways, the top turned out really cute. It's got these cute, it's got little darts in it. You can see those there. It has a closure right here, a hook and eye closure. I think it was supposed to have a button, but again, I lost the instructions, so I wasn't sure. The top too, I just kind of made it up as I went along. I looked at the pieces and I was like, well, these pieces look like they go here, and I put them there, and clearly it worked because here we are. The neck is bound. We got a rolled hem. The bottom of the shirt also has a rolled hem. Yeah, I really like this outfit. It screams 40s reporter to me. It's very like Lois Lane. Alright, here's our last bit. My review of this pattern. I love this pattern. I actually have the jacket. Oh, I'm holding this upside down the whole time. I actually have this jacket. I made this jacket when I was in college, minus the pockets, but I made it in this like flaming yellow. I'll post a picture. So I made it in this like yellow, and it was really, really cool, and I love it. I love that jacket. I wear it not that often, just because like I like to have like full range of motion when I'm sewing. When I wear a jacket, I feel like I can't like do the things that I want to do. So I pretty much only wear it to like church, or I've never worn it to a wedding, but I would wear it to a wedding. I would wear it to like an event where I'm not working. So I don't wear it that often because I work at an alteration shop, and it just kind of like inhibits my mobility. I have to take it off, and then if I'm not wearing it, what's the point in wearing it if you're not wearing it, right? So yes, I like this pattern. At this point, I've made everything but the trousers, and I hope to make the trousers very soon. Yeah, I've made everything but the trousers, and I would very much like to make the trousers. These trousers look like they have a button on them. It is possible that this skirt required a button too. Again, I lost the instructions, which, having said that, it was really easy to figure out the pieces for both the skirt and the blouse. I mean, I'm a professional seamstress, so, you know, like, I should know how to put together a garment, considering I make my own patterns, so maybe I'm not the best person to ask. But sometimes even I get confused when I'm putting together these things, and I'm like, where does this piece go? Why do I have an extra piece that doesn't look like it belongs to anything? What's going on here? How come it's not fitting right? Like, I do have that happen to me when I use the ready-to-made patterns sometimes. I did not have that problem with this blouse or with this skirt. Without the instructions, it was super simple. Put it together really quick. I think if you are a beginning sewer, this would really be a good pattern for you, especially if you like vintage and retro, and you were like, hey, I want to try my hand at it. One thing I will say though, if you are not familiar with the satin, don't make the blouse out of it. Don't use satin if you don't know how to use satin. Especially this one I found, I mean, obviously I've used it before because it was in my hoard, but and it was a remnant. It was left over from some other project that I did. Actually, if you look at my kimono robe, that's what this was left over from. But if you've never used the stretch satin before, or brocade, or silk, or charmeuse, or anything like that, I do not suggest starting. This is probably not a starting project for that. In fact, you really should probably not be playing with satin until you get more familiar with sewing. Just FYI. And if you don't have a serger, you definitely don't want to be playing with satin because this stuff falls apart really, really quickly and really, really easily. I made this all in one sitting. The skirt I spent my time on and I made it here or there. Still, the whole thing came out in a weekend, but yeah, you really don't want to be playing with satin if you have no idea what you're doing because you're going to be really sad when your garment just kind of like, you know, and you're sewing and then it's like fraying everywhere. It can be really frustrating when you don't know how to sew. I mean, it can be really frustrating when you do know how to sew, but more frustrating when you don't know how to sew and everything's just going like terrible. So that's my review. I give it an A+. I mean, I don't know. I probably should put together a rating system, but I'm just saying, like, this absolutely, beginning sewers, senior sewers, whatever it is, if you like retro, this is a really fun pattern, really easy to follow along when you lose the instructions, so I imagine the instructions only make it that much easier, and it's super cute, so why wouldn't you want it? Thank you so much. I'll see you next week.